Welcome to my van tour! My name is Caitlin and my channel is called The Kate Awakening. I am the Kate who is awakening. First, I'd like to thank my cameraman, Nick. He's actually in process of finding a van. Is that right, Nick?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. So I'd like to thank Nick for holding the camera because I live here in my house alone and that's where my van, Vanastasia, is. I wanted to do van life because I got tired of paying for this house. I am in my driveway right now. I'm just outside of Orlando, and this is the house I had with my ex-husband before we got divorced almost 5 years ago. It's been 4.5 years, 5 since we separated. I wanted the house, I love the house, turning the house into a rental so it'll create some income. I was thinking about getting a van to rent out as a property similar to my other rentals, and then I really fell in love with the idea of having a van for myself and renting on my property so I could have more freedom. So that was about 6 months ago. We're filming this in September and it was in February, I guess 7 months ago now, February, that I really caught the bug and started researching vans, and here we are now. About to show you my van. A little background, I got the van from a dealership. It is a brand new 2023 Mercedes Sprinter. It's a 3500 XD. It's a 170 wheelbase and it's diesel. It's a diesel engine. It gets between 18 and 22 miles per gallon depending on what I'm hauling and how fast I'm going and all that jazz. So I love her. She drives smoother than a Tesla and I'm not kidding. So yeah, let's take a look inside. So what I love about this build is everything is custom. I worked with a builder who really saw my vision and brought it to life and helped me every step of the way. In fact, I became such great friends with them. I call them my van parents. I have great conversations with them and I really trust them, and they're people I know that I can call, and I found them on YouTube. I really fell in love with their van tour video, called them the very next day as soon as I could, and the rest is history, so to speak. So they put in some great storage for me. I have a little outdoor storage where I store like my my mace, my shoe puree, my bug spray, fire extinguisher, things like that. I have this cool little pull-out table that could be a table, but underneath has some storage where I'm currently storing some shoes, and that goes right back in there. And I got some more shoes and a picnic blanket here. Coming in, oh, I gotta talk about the floor. This flooring was imported. I found it on Etsy. It's all the way from the UK, and I looked for it here. I could not find it here, but I love it. It's unlike something I've seen in other vans. I wanted to go for a mid-century, but also modern look, so you're gonna see a lot of that as we go into the van, and my house is very similar, so. Just installed these seat covers. They're from Sheer Comfort. And I want to say I don't have enough followers on my channel yet to be able to, I don't have the ability until I have 1,000 followers to put links in the description. So if you're curious on something that I have in the van and you want me to link you to it, leave me a comment, let me know what you want to see, and I can put a link in a comment. But I am not able at this time because I have like 80 followers to put links in the description yet. So yeah, please subscribe if you want to follow along with my journey. I currently have 3 other videos where I'm talking about all things van life and my life and how I ended up here. Why I'm downsizing from a 4,000 square foot house into a van. If you want to know, come along. These are the best seat covers ever. They are sheepskin, and I bought them because I didn't want to sit on a leather or pleather, I don't know if it's leather or not, seat when I'm wearing shorts. So these are super comfortable, like soft like a bear. I don't know how soft bears are, but pretty soft. Anyway, this is my kind of sitting table, and I have this bag hanging here right now, but you can flip up this countertop and eat here. You can work here. I can put my podcasting equipment here. I do have a podcast unrelated to van life. It's called Misdiagnosed. It's about mental health and exposing the corruption in the mental health industry and stories of survival, including my own surviving, almost losing my life to psychiatry. So if you are currently in that boat yourself, it might be an interesting podcast, but I plan to podcast in the van. So this is really easy to come down. These are quartz countertops, which I love. I love quartz. You don't have to maintain them at all, ever. They're really hardy. You can stick things to them, so you might notice that I have glass objects and this Berkey on the counter. I do not put these away when I drive. They have, I'll get the product for you. I am using this. It's called Quake Hold Gel. It is what museums use to prevent things like glass and crystal from falling over in the event of an earthquake. So I figured, why not use it in my van? And it works great. So I can even when this is empty, I can drive. This thing does not move. You have to push really, really hard for it to move. And it is removable. It doesn't ruin anything. It's not reusable, but you know, it's just like $12 for a jar and it lasts forever. So going back in the junk drawer. Oh, I guess we can show the front here. So this is my swivel seat, and I've got some storage up here. I didn't want to have any storage here because I'm 5'7". I want the headroom. I hit my head enough, like just being clumsy. So I didn't want to have to deal with that. So I've put just random electronics like my Polaroid, which I've never used, and just anything that I need to get out of the way here. I've got a car trash can in between and a basket. These are just window covers that are usually on, but I'm storing them. Just like a basket of like my road atlas, my laptop's in there, my iPad, just for right now while I'm filming. That's the front of the van. I also have like my laundry that's behind the seat. And an ottoman that I have stuffed full of more clothing that's just hidden behind the seat. And since I'm driving solo, I don't have to worry about moving it for anybody. And if I need to put my feet up outside, I can pull that ottoman out that's full of winter clothes and like blankets and extra towels. Just put it out on the ground and put my feet up on it. And then this fridge is a 7 cubic foot. It is a 110 volt fridge. It is not a 12 volt fridge, so that means inverter always has to be on. I regret nothing. I love this fridge. It is large and it is magnetic. So you see I have my little magnetic, these are from Perch. I had these in my house just on a whiteboard, and I just pulled them off the whiteboard and put them on my fridge. So I have a bulletin board, I have little holders. Then I got these off Amazon. They're super, super sticky to put my spices on. You can see you can put little other containers in them. My garbage bags are here. The freezer is actually quite large as well. I have to move my seat back to open it all the way, but normally it's further back than it is. But yeah, 2 big drawers, plenty of space to put frozen things. It does fit a whole frozen pizza. Lots of space in here. I haven't even filled it up yet. Like, this is empty. This is mostly empty. I have a mobile apothecary. I take lots of herbal tinctures to help keep viruses away. And then I have some space up here for pantry, which is also not full. Just a ton of space. I love how much space is in this van. And then you might notice that the locks are square. The push locks are square, as are the lights in the ceiling, which is also a pretty rare feature. I'd never seen square push locks or square lighting in a van. So I love that. Love the countertops. Have a nice deep sink with the Berkey. Really went for a lot of chrome. Let me turn on the rest of these lights here. Yeah. The backsplash really pops, and I've got white cabinets up top and green cabinets on the bottom. And as Nick's filming here, he's in the bathroom. But we have a whole lot of storage space just underneath the sink too. Everybody wants to see inside the cabinets, so you can just see how much space there is underneath there. Even with, on the other side, as we were coming in, I showed you guys the cabinets and storage. I don't know how they fit it all in, guys, but they did. There's still a ton of storage space underneath the sink. Then this is a pantry pull-out where I have face wash and face oils and deodorant and toothpaste and things like that in the top drawer, and then some more like supplements and pantry items down below. Far from full. I can cram a whole lot more in there, and I probably need to do a little bit more organization, but yeah, it is what it is. A lot of space. Something that's unique to this van as well is the fact that there is a dishwasher. This is something I really wanted because I have a limited amount of water and I have a lot of options for power. I have a second alternator, I have shore power, and I have solar panels. So I knew that the power issue with running a dishwasher wasn't going to be an issue. And it only uses 0.7 gallons of water to wash a whole load of dishes, which is a whole lot less than I would use if I were washing a bunch of dishes myself. And I like to cook, so I've got a dishwashable blender container, blender jars, all kinds of stuff, plates, forks, whatever you can stick in there. But what's great about it is if you're not using it, you can store things in it. So I also put my collapsible dish drainer, which I do use for things that are not dishwashable, in there. And when there's stuff in the dishwasher, I put it in the bathroom. And it has a lock, so when I'm driving, it doesn't open, because it will open. I guess we can look at the bathroom too. I love how they put backsplash in the shower. I just think it looks great. These are the Palisade vinyl tiles that are waterproof. They're awesome, and I think they look great as well. This is an Airhead toilet, which I did so much research on toilets, and I decided not to get the Nature's Head for one reason, and that's the fact that they put the pee jug in a pocket, so you have to like wedge it into this pocket, and it just seemed like this was a better system overall, and I like the look of it a whole lot better too. I have like the residential seat on top. It feels like you're using a toilet at home, and so I'm really glad I got it. Plus, I haven't emptied it, and it's been almost a month. And Nick, can you tell me, is there any smell in here?
No smell.
No smell at all.
Just my armpits right now.
It's your armpits. Nick's hanging outside the van right now.
It's humid here in Florida.
So what's also cool is this is basically like a cruise ship bathroom in a way, in that there's a clothesline that I basically keep permanently extended, because every night after I shower off, I take my towel and drape it over and let it dry, and I use antimicrobial quick dry towels so I can have a dry towel in the morning and hang it back up. So this is the Nautilus shower door, self-cleaning. Although I have to say it doesn't look all that clean, but I just used it and there's a bug right there. But so far so good. I haven't seen any smell or mildew or anything, so I'm happy with it. Crammed everything possible into this van, and we're only halfway through. There's tons of storage. I got as much storage as I possibly could without making it a hazard. So I have these lights that come on that are motion censored, so if it's dark in the van, so much storage. I have extra space in here that I don't even have anything to put in there yet. Drawers everywhere. My builder kind of teased me because I just wanted all drawers, like wherever I could possibly have drawers. I have drawers, so I have my dinnerware in here, my little waffle maker, utensil drawer with all my little organizers, induction cooktop. I just love the backsplash. I am experimenting with hanging stuff from magnets up here. This has not fallen off. Like, it's just an IKEA and it has not fallen off. So this is an air purifier that I run when I'm on shore power, just because the air coming in from outside, you know, might have something in it that I don't want, and it's a Boujee build, so yeah. This is the control panel on the other side of the van, so you can see what the battery is, you can see what you're bringing in through the solar charger. PV stands for photovoltaic, if you don't know. And then I'm hooked up to shore power, so it's bringing in energy right now too. And then water gauge, water pump, and water heater. This is the diesel heater that's underneath the front seat. And then this is just like an extra battery monitor that we don't really need, but it's nice to have. And I'm used to having a vanity area where I get ready, and so I put in a makeup mirror, and it's a lighted makeup mirror with magnification, so you can get all those pesky chin hairs. It comes in handy. That just collapses away. Same thing with my stuff that's on the countertop. This does not move when I drive because I've used the Quick Hold gel on it. So these are glass boxes. They're not glued. It's not damaging the countertop. It comes off, but you have to push really, really hard to get it to come off. Same thing with my little turntable. I'm used to having one of those on my nightstand. So I just put all of my glasses and lotions and everything in there. Put my books over here. I do hide my books under here if I'm driving so they don't slide around. And then this is just like a pop-up trash can that has Velcro on it that I can attach to the counter if I want to, but I can also hang it when I'm driving so it doesn't move. Very large drawers. We have a closet here too. We'll get to that in a minute. I've got some clothes up here in this upper cabinet, but there's plenty of room with the motion sensor lights. Those are rechargeable. They charge pretty fast. I've got like all my makeup and just toiletries and whatever I could possibly need. All my contact lenses are in here. I call it my Walgreens drawer. So if I need it, it's in the Walgreens drawer. Clothing drawer in here. This drawer is kind of like a pseudo drawer because my water tank is right behind it. So it popped open and I have some collapsible basins and just flat things in there. The cutting board. And then this drawer is fun because it moves my rug, but I've got my Instant Pot, my blender, and this is also where I'm going to be keeping my juicer. When I finally move out of my house, I'll put my juicer in there. My junk drawer is also my silverware drawer, so I've got a bunch of chargers and, you know, just random things in here. My silverware fits in here. Oh, there's my serving spoon. I thought I lost this, but it's just in here. I didn't want renters to steal my all-clad spoons. And then I have a little closet that pops out with full-length mirror, and you can fit a surprising amount of clothing in this closet. I am shocked. It's mostly t-shirts and tank tops, but there is a lot of hangers in here, and I'm happy with it. And one secret that I want to share with you guys, if you're building a van, is to put an outlet in the closet, because what I get to hide back here is my vacuum, and it is what I use to clean up my floor almost every day. And there's an outlet in here that I can recharge it, and I store it in like a little mini trash can, so it just sits back there. It's out of the way, it's not touching my clothes because it's in the trash can, and I can just grab it really easily. It's out of sight, out of mind, until the floors are dirty. And there's plenty of space underneath. I'm storing hats and bathing suits down here, and hairbrushes and little things, and I've got shoes and socks up here. Moving on in the tour. I have a full-size bed that has a very large full-size, it's actually a full queen. I really wanted a specific type of comforter. It's a duvet with a cover, and they only come in one size, full queen, king, or twin. I like wrapping myself up like a burrito, so I got the full queen. It's great. I love it. I turn the air conditioner to face the bed every night, so it's plenty cool. Even if I'm running on battery alone, I can run the air conditioner all night, and I'm very comfortable. It's just like home. I love it so much. I say once a day how much I love my van. This is just the best van. I've got more storage in the back, 2 more overhead cabinets that I store sheets in, and an extra set of sheets. I've got a little bookshelf where I store all of my medical medium books. I owe so much to medical medium, helping me heal from the mental illness symptoms I was experiencing. I've got a couple of novels as well. And then I store a lot of my supplements here. Like just supplement storage. I do take a lot of supplements at the moment. I was recovering from a lot. And if you've watched my other videos, you learned some about my story and recovering from burnout and the mental illness symptoms that I've experienced and recovered from. Supplements were a big key to doing that. Yeah. We've got storage above the bed in as many places as possible. You can hang things. I've got reading lights and yeah, a lot of windows, so it's nice to, usually I have the covers up, at least now because I'm in Florida and it's very hot. Even when you have the covers on, like you can reach over and pull the covers down and let some light in the morning, and it's just fabulous. So I've been sleeping in my driveway, in my van, for 3 weeks, and I've been just so comfortable. Just getting my house ready for rental. It's been nice to be able to be on location. Have I missed anything? I think we got everything inside. We opened all the drawers, all the storage, talked about all the appliances. Oh, I have an oven. It's an air fryer. It roasts, it broils, it bakes, it reheats, it keeps things warm. You can proof dough in it, you can dehydrate, you can toast. Yeah, and then this is another kind of pseudo drawer that I just have random stuff in just because it's right below the oven, but more than enough storage in here. But that's what I wanted. I didn't want to feel limited in this van in any way, and I think I pulled it off. So let's go take a look at the garage. Before we get to the garage, I wanted to show you probably my favorite feature of this van, and that is the automatic door with this extendable step, because as you can see, it's a very tall van. It's 3500 XD and it's made to carry a lot of weight. So I'd have to step all the way up here to be able to get in it without the step, and it's automatic. So you can see it disappear as you close the door. Not until after the door is closed. So that's fabulous. So I used to have an Airstream, and I have a 30 amp outlet in my driveway, which has really come in handy with my shore power connection. Some of these golf carts going by. It's my neighbors. So, opening up into the garage, I still have a lot of extra space in here, but I've got storage in the doors. I've got hooks hanging. We have a lot of noises happening here. This comes out, and it can hold up to 250 pounds. I have a trampoline, because it's my favorite form of exercise, is jumping on a trampoline. So I made sure to have a place to put one of those. Then I got my ring light, which I probably will never use. some storage boxes, and then behind the storage boxes, which you can see I have a little rack of weights. So when I'm camped for probably longer than 3 days, I can actually unpack a little bit, do some workouts when it's not 80 degrees outside. Easily be able to. These boxes are pretty lightweight, so it's easy for me to move them. I got a folding table, a couple of different types of chairs, and I have a special spot for my Starlink as well in the back. There's an outdoor shower, an outlet, and a place for my yoga mat, my water bag. What are those called?
Camelback?
Like a camelback type thing. It's an Osprey brand, but I do have the manual Fiamma awning. I learned that the electric one isn't adjustable, but the manual one is. So I keep the tool that I use to extend the awning in the back here. It has its own little hook. So the last part of the van I want to show you is up on the roof. So you can climb up on the ladder. I've got a little deck up here with solar panels. The solar panels are from Rich Solar. I've got cameras up here and then the air conditioning unit. So I can bring my chair up here and just chill. Thanks for coming along. I'm super excited to welcome you to my channel if you want to follow along on my journey and hear about what it's like to transition away from living in a larger home into a smaller van. I am very excited about this van. It feels like home to me already, and I don't think I'm going to have any problem adjusting to the road.